Okay, ready?
And back in.
And sing.
Let's do it. Okay. So this is obviously our very first podcast, which means that we have no idea what we're doing.
Absolutely. 100% do not know what we're doing.
Perfect. So we'll start off with introducing each other. So that is Heather Terry. She is a whopping 5'3".
I'm 5'10", 160 pounds. Stunning.
You are stunning. The height may or may not be the world's biggest lie.
So is the weight.
Shut up. So Heather works in radio, which is very cool. She is a super tall husband. She's really funny. We've been friends for 2.5 years. We have a matching tattoo. It is of a black spade, in which the main reason is call a spade a spade. We are very brutally honest with each other, and you're going to kind of figure that out through the podcast, I suppose.
Because there were a couple of Sassholes.
Yes, which is what the podcast is going to be called. We have no idea what we're going to do, but we do know the name.
We do know the name.
Yes.
I'm very excited about that.
Indeed.
Brooklyn Maple.
Hey! Hey.
She's 5'2" and younger than me, which sucks, but whatever. She has a boyfriend named Travis who has 2 kids.
Yay, my little
And
nuggets.
2 dogs. And one of them's whining in my lap right now.
Yes, Theodore Roosevelt and Betty.
Spaghetti sauce.
I know. Scary.
Well, it's supposed to be, wasn't it supposed to be Betty White?
I wanted it to be Betty White.
Yes.
In which he didn't. It's so Betty is a black lab. She's a duck dog. I'm going to talk a lot about duck hunting like it's something I know about. I don't know about it. I know about it.
She does it all the time.
I do.
Can't keep her out of the woods.
Is
that where you hunt
You
ducks?
can't. I'm talking about water levels and the wind and the temps.
Do you hunt them in the woods? No?
Ducks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
Right. Like
everyone knows
that.
Yeah.
It's a thing that's a known fact.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, that's casual conversation.
I mean, I guess you can like field duck hunt, I think.
Field?
Like in a field.
I thought you said feel duck hunts.
Oh, I just feel.
I'm
just like, where's the ducks at? No, you can't do that. But I believe I don't know this. But okay. Travis would kill me because I should know these things, but I don't.
Good thing we're not doing a hunting podcast.
Thank God. And yet there's confusion right now that this might be.
I know. Why are we talking so much?
Anyway, no one cares. No one cares.
Everyone cares. Everyone cares. No,
But
we
you
want to do a
and I.
podcast because we talk all the time, nonstop.
Yes.
So
super committed to our friendship.
I just meant in general, but yes, that too.
Commitment to the friendship.
Hashtag tattoos.
Yes.
So, does that sound weird that we have tattoos?
Yes,
it does.
Yes,
okay. Especially because the girl that said that
when we got our
doing
tattoo.
my tattoo, she said, "Oh well, what did she say?"
She goes, "How long have you guys been friends?" And we were like, "Oh, 2 years." And she was like, "Yeah, I wouldn't get a tattoo with any of my friends unless it was 7 years. It's kind of our rule." And then we both cut our throats.
Was scarring my wrist.
Yeah.
And I was dying in pain.
That is exactly how it happened.
Yes.
But now we're committed for life, and it is.
I'm branded.
It is what it is.
I'm branded like a cattle. Like a cattle? Like a cattle.
Like a cattle.
Wow. Champagne was a good idea.
Yeah. We should start with the bubbly. That we should. No, I'm also on the struggle bus on that because, as Heather knows, I've been doing dry January. It's January 22nd, and I've had a longhorn or a long pour of wine before this. And then now I've had almost a whole glass of champagne. So
yeah,
I'm pretty boozy. Boozy Brooklyn.
Bad and boozy.
Yeah, that should have been the podcast.
JT, edit that out. Oh, I know. Well, now I can't, since we're on my phone, because the cord didn't work.
Yes.
I can't get to any
of your stories.
Stuff.
Okay, so the theme here, our goal is to talk about random current events, I guess, essentially. We would love to do what our favorite thing, which is probably true crime.
Yes.
But we've fallen in love with My Favorite Murder.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that.
We can never do it because Georgia and
we could
Karen
do a couple.
I mean, like the first one that I found, okay. Number one, my only theme in life is really being intrigued by like some form of a murder. So I'm going to try not to like gravitate towards some crazy shit. I know I do too.
Okay. I figure we would anyway, though.
Yeah, it's just, it's our interest.
Yeah.
And we really can't do too much about that, I guess. We could be less psycho, but
no.
I don't know that anyone who's been psycho is able to be less psycho.
You think so?
Have you experienced that?
I don't know. I'm pretty crazy.
I know. Let me text your husband, Will. We are aware.
Oh, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. So the overall goal here too is that we don't tell each other what the storyline is until our moment of kind of talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we unpack it.
We unpack it.
I know that was annoying that I said how I said that, but it's fine.
It is what it is. Yes, and so things that we just laundry list here. So one thing is I am not full of myself, but I will 100% sound like I'm full of myself because I find humor to be something that like just say the most like egregious thing ever and then just
$10 buzzword.
Thank you. It's because I'm wearing this red vest and I feel powerful. I feel powerful in my vest.
I'm gonna
that
invest.
I just took off.
I'm gonna invest a lot in this friendship.
In the vest.
In the
Okay.
Well, you have to go first because. Do you go first this week? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm going to have to because I'm the one that did not prepare with their homework and I only have one. Okay. It is what it is. No, okay, so hold on.
Okay.
Real quick.
Oh, I didn't even talk about your job and you said my job.
Oh, no one cares about mine.
You did.
So,
He's a professional ham slinger.
okay.
Oh. No, you have a really important job.
Yeah, drink that champagne. So let's back in.
Okay.
I had originally looked up like interesting news stories, and the first one that popped up was about 3 cats who held an appliance. They called it Apple or Appliance Gate. The fucking world is so dumb.
Appliance Gate?
Yes.
What kind of appliance was it?
It was like a juicer, which makes everything worse.
So they had 3 cats and a juicer.
Yes.
Wow.
It sounds like weird porn, like
people.
two girls and a cat. 3 cats and a juicer.
1 cucumber water.
Ew, I want to die. Oh my God! Did you see that?
What?
2 girls in a cup.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God! So I think I was like 21 between 21 and 23.
So I was, 23 to 25. You just
yes,
wanted to remind me of that.
I think everyone needed to understand.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my friend showed me it very nonchalantly, as though I wasn't about to see what the freak I was about to see.
Okay.
And I didn't get past it for a very long time. Mind you, I listen to audiobooks about people skinning people, and I'm like, that I can get over.
I'm not trying to see soft serve. You know what I'm saying?
So you remember, and then they ate it and brown bombed it.
I'm gonna throw it.
I know.
What? Okay.
Could you find that video if you tried anymore? I wonder.
It would probably hack your computer. She says as hers is on 18%. Because it's from the 1950s, this laptop that I'm waiting on.
Because there were laptops in the 19... And if there was, you wouldn't be able to use it because it would be a men's only laptop.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, women don't use me.
And
shut down.
I'd be speaking when spoken to and in there making a sandwich. Big old hoagie. Right? What, are you just going to laugh at how I said hoagie?
No, no.
That's not what I would make.
No, I just hadn't thought of a hoagie.
Like, what would...
I don't know. If someone's like, go make me a
casserole.
sandwich, it would be a very generic bunny bread, American cheese, mustard, because that just sounds like poverty and Me Too movements, and then like some really messed up deli freaking ham.
No, I feel like... What's that loaf? There's a bunch of... What's...
Spam.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got really excited. We're talking about processed meats. I got you. What?
I know. But like a loaf. Pickle loaf? No. What's the one with the little things in it? This is fun.
Pimento
for
loaf.
Audio.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
The things, like I'm holding my hand up?
Yeah, no. Like small asshole. Asshole.
Is that what that is?
I don't know. A pimento loaf? Yeah, that has pimento. That's the inside of an olive.
Is that what it is? The one with the slices with the little spots on it?
Yeah, pimento loaf.
Ew. Like on purpose?
No, it was just made on accident, and then everyone mass produced it.
Are you being serious right now, or are you joking?
I'm joking.
Serious? Okay. Sassholes. Hence the name.
Hence sassy assholes.
Yeah.
Cute.
Man,
okay, back in. So
back in. That's going to be a t-shirt.
It is. Okay, so originally that whole cat thing really got to me, and then I read more about it and was just so sad that everyone was so depressed over like COVID that somehow these cats sitting on this appliance gave them a reason for life. And after that, I sat in a bathtub and cried that that's the state of the world.
Really?
No, I didn't. I read it in front of. We were just at the restaurant.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was your
I don't
first
sit in the
go-through.
bathroom and freaking cry.
I don't know.
What do I look like?
I don't. Should we chest bump? I don't know what.
Yeah, probably. Okay. So this is on allthatinteresting.com because I feel like we're supposed to tell people that.
Okay.
I'm going to go in here real quick, and the title to it is Two Siblings Just Pleaded Guilty to this 1993 cold case murder after their accomplice confessed on TV. Very intrigued. I have Invisalign in my mouth, and I've never wanted to pop it out more than right now because I feel like I'm
popping it out.
I want to.
I mean, you can do it.
I mean, it's kind of.
Can you grab the champagne while you're?
I mean, sure.
The server's not waiting on this table, so.
Kind of like the restaurant.
Oh no, Amelia Earhart was good.
Okay, grab.
Oh God.
I'm gonna pop these out. I wonder. Okay, and your sound effects are accurate because son of a beastie, the little claw thing.
Son of a beastie.
Why?
ASMR. ASMR.
Ow.
You want me to- oh, that was a hot spit string.
I do everything I can to remain sexy at all times. Okay, I'm ready. I'm focused, and then we fill my chunks too. So
This is like I'm gonna pull myself.
here we go.
This bottle is so
And
big.
I know.
And I just spilled on the table. Whoopsie.
I'm kidding.
It's fine.
Okay. All right. So in 1993, brother and sister Curtis and Shauna Culver. Oh, if I say anything wrong, I really don't care.
No, it's fine.
I'm not living my life for this, but I'll just try.
No, we're educated.
They killed 19-year-old Frank McAllister in Shasta County, California, with a friend in order to rob him of $4,500 so they could buy meth. Here's the photo.
That's sad.
We'll link it to the site. All right. So let's start. The guy.
Okay, wait.
He faces 35 years in state prison, while the sister faces 20.
His sister?
Now, yeah, and that's the one to the right. So the left guy looks like the heat miser from that Christmas movie. Right?
He really does. Oh my God. There's like 8.
He has like weird whispery
like
hair.
8 wispy red hairs.
Yeah.
Like if David Bowie fell off the wagon and dyed his hair with Kool-Aid. Yeah, that.
And then, and then she looks like she was a stay-at-home mom who crushed it in life, and then one day hurt her knee from an old soccer injury, got into OxyContin.
Oh yeah, she definitely.
Yeah,
She looks like she was on dope sick for sure.
For sure, and she definitely looks like with a solid facial and.
But she might sleep with the neighbor.
Oh, she does fucked up shit.
Like she probably sleeps with the coach of the soccer team.
Oh yeah.
That's how she got hurt.
But we can't see their teeth in either of these, and as we all know, living in Kentucky, meth.
Yeah.
Fucks with them chompers. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so when Frank McAllister's body was found 30 miles outside of Redding, California in 94, police were at a loss. The 19-year-old had just received a $4,500 insurance settlement and was stabbed to death for it. But not a single lead emerged until one of his guilt-ridden killers confessed on local television 25 years later.
Wait, why though? Like, why did he?
Let us go. Let us continue, Heather. That's a great question. According to Law and Crime, 44-year-old Brian Hawkins appeared on ABC's California-based affiliate KRCR in January 2019 to detail his newfound faith and blackened conscience after chronicling the macabre crime. Woo,
That's
fun. This is hard. I should have looked for like $10 words.
No.
For stunned viewers, Hawkins immediately turned himself in and pleaded guilty to first-degree murder.
So he just confessed.
For real, this dude, 25 years later, was like, hey, Owensboro Times, I need you guys to interview me. And they're like, sure, we'll do it. And then you do it and you're like, I just want you guys to know I killed somebody.
So that's why he just
literally,
he reached out to them and said,
yes. And
25. I wonder why.
So during his it's because he found God, and then he was like, I can't do this because my heart hurts. Whatever. Okay.
Maybe
during this voluntary surrender, Hawkins uttered the identity of his accomplices. According to the Record Searchlight, the decades-long cold case had now seen some semblance of justice, as 49-year-old Curtis Culver, heat miser, and his 45-year-old sister Shauna, Desperate Housewives, pleaded guilty to their gruesome involvement on January 14th of 22.
Okay. And how long
on
was the
January
difference?
14th. So this was like 6 days ago.
I mean, like the difference between when they did it, 25 years.
25 years. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit further.
Okay.
The case was investigated for years, but ultimately went cold. So the Shastas County District Attorney's Office, the investigation was conducted by Okay, now look at how adorbs the guy was. He was super cute. This is the guy they killed, and you're gonna be super devastated whenever you know
That looks like a country music.
His name's
photo.
Brian Hawkins. This was in 93, so I was 5. You were 18. Just kidding. And they drove him to, Brian Hawkins and Curtis and Shawnette Culver drove Frank McAllister to his death. McAllister had just received a substantial insurance payout for a car accident that he survived in March of 93. According to KTVL, the murderous trio knew about that money and lured him to the woods near Shingleton, California to rob him of it.
But how did they...
McAllister received the settlement on May 7th, the very same day that he was last seen alive by his girlfriend, who later reported him missing. He had planned to use the money to bulk buy methamphetamine and sell it for a markup. He was a what's that word for those people he was an innovator. And he found willing dealers in Hawkins and the Culver siblings, but unbeknownst to him, they were already planning his murder. Okay, so they stabbed him to death and left his body in the woods. They stabbed him in his head and his chest.
So how do they get him to the... They say, hey, I want to look at this cool oak. Like, how did they get him...
We're gonna if you do drugs, I'm pretty sure you'd be like, hey, look at the woods.
Oh.
Let's go do the drugs in the woods.
But
right?
it's meth, so it'd be like really fast. Like, let's go look at all the trees, not just like one.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like meth on upper?
Right, but then you can walk around the woods.
Yeah, but they would probably run, right? I don't know. I got a Coca-Cola body. I don't have a meth body.
Okay. So Hawkins had been stabbed multiple times in the head and the chest, with his body decomposing for nearly an entire year. Before a hiker found him.
Oh, that's it. Could you imagine being the Wait, let's pause. Could you imagine just hiking and then being like, that's a skeleton?
I'm pretty sure that you and I have lived a life that if we were hiking together, which can't wait, this spring we will be, and we were just like, oh, that looks like something suspicious. We would like go, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, but if it was a real skeleton.
I mean, it would totally suck, but I'm definitely writing a book about it. Yes or no. It would be like My Walk in the Woods by Brooklyn Maple.
My Walk in the Woods. Yeah. Would you have like a photo? Like
hiking for him.
What would your author photo look like?
What would my... Barracuda. Okay, so it really depends on the book because I'm all for look, feel, vibe, colors, yes. And it would really depend on the type of the book.
Okay, but if that book...
All right, so I found a dead body and then the book about it. It would be me. Yes.
No.
I know. Okay, it would be me.
Surprises, twists, and turns.
I know. I'm just here to...
Twists and turns.
Surprise and delight. Okay. It would be me definitely with glasses on.
Okay.
Looking studious and or...
Plaid.
No.
You would not... Like,
what the fuck? This isn't my me showing you how to farm.
Not like buffalo plaid. I mean, like the sweater that you bought at TJ Maxx that nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, that's super cute. No, but I'd probably go in like
brown tones.
I never wear brown. You're right. I love the cats lately. The cat is. I've been all about
the
it.
Cats.
I'm freaking Jake from State Farm anymore with like my khaki and red prints. I can't just let it go.
I can't.
Elsa, it. Elsa, it's so hard right now.
All right, fine.
Long story short, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure.
I feel like you do.
I feel like I would probably. I don't know. I need to understand. I would do tons of research, but maybe I would have like my glasses in my mouth just a little. Like, ooh, I'm curious.
Wait, what?
Like studious.
Like you're just like.
You know what? No, I would just Sarah Jessica Parker my shit like Carrie on fucking Sex and the City.
Wait, the new one or the old one?
Okay, I can't.
You can't talk.
Don't open up the door and then not expect me to barge in like a loud mother trucker. Okay, so here's what. Let me unpack real quick. Sidebar. Don't care. I watched it last night, episode 6 and 7.
I haven't watched it.
Okay, I understand that. That's why you were very confused while you were drunk out, and I was texting you about the nudity, and you were like, who's nude? And I was like, and just like that. And you're like, and just like that, who was nude? And I was like, oh my God, Heather. And you're like, do you mean Sex in the City? And I went to bed on that. I literally drugged myself and went to bed because of your text.
You what?
I didn't drug myself. Anyway. long story short, I think it's the writing. I think like what it comes down to is Carrie's character is pretty decent. Miranda is, obviously going off the. I can't say going off the
Poor
deep end.
Steve, though.
I know, and so I also looked on like social media, and it implied that like Steve's life was like it was so sad, but it wasn't. Like Big's death hurt me more than like Steve being bummed out. Like, dude, you knew. We all knew when he
Did they
dated.
go to therapy? Do you think?
No, they didn't. She was just like, I'm
they
fucking
didn't
done.
even try. She's like, no.
No, they did go to therapy, and
They did.
and not in this season. They
Oh.
went to therapy in the first movie when he cheated on her because they weren't having sex for 6 months.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now they just make parfaits. Or
Right.
Sundays or whatever.
And he was like, well, I love it. And he was like, well, what do you think is really going to be out there in life? And she was like, I've already met somebody. And that's what broke him. So she's over here just like pound towning fucking Che or Shay or I don't freaking care.
it's Che.
Which makes me more upset.
That
She's
it's-
hot, don't get me
that's
wrong. I
just
consider turning lesbian for her. Her hair is sublime, her lips are juicy, and she has great teeth. I don't care. And she's funny. And she's taller than me. I don't care.
Which that says a lot. Because you're 5'2".
Okay.
But I'm 5'10". So
Okay.
just so everyone
The tall
knows.
friend.
I'm the tall friend.
At 5'4".
4.25.
I don't know. I wear heels more than you, so like
Yeah.
I'm still generally taller.
But in life, though.
Okay, let's assume that we lived a life out of nowhere where we had no shoes on.
So
Yes,
when
you're
everyone
taller.
thinks what Kentucky is. Everybody thinks that Kentucky's like chicken, derby, hillbillies.
Okay.
Do you think so?
I don't know. Maybe that's a question for the viewers. I don't know.
The viewers.
The listeners. I don't, shit. Whatever. First time YOLO. No, anyway.
Okay.
So Sarah Jessica Parker, Carrie, I feel like her character is pretty decent for her age. I get it. It's cool.
Yeah, she's
But like
pretty good.
Charlotte, who I loved whenever she was younger.
Yeah, you did.
And I always love her as a character, like as an actress. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But they keep her like very like young, whimsical kind of like concept.
They can, like naive a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like you can't be naive at that age. Like let's just stop it.
But did you see the interview where she was talking about aging?
I read it, but I did not see it.
Well, she went on the Kelly Clarkson show. Kelly Clarkson. I know. So she went on the Kelly Clarkson show and she was talking about it.
How sexism and ageism.
Yeah,
is
did you see
complete-
that?
Yeah,
that
I read
thing,
it.
the article where
I have to be like, I read the transcript of it, but I didn't
But
see
did
it.
you see the article where the Golden Girls, which those are my girls, the Golden Girls and Sex and the City characters are the same age now that they were? Did you see that one? Did you?
No, bend me over this table and do it slowly.
Okay.
What?
So the girls, my Golden Girls,
Yes. Up against my girls, Sex and the City
Yes.
girls. Yes.
same age on just like that the Golden Girls were. And
Bend
they
me
look-
over this
you know what I'm talking
table
about? You know
and
what I'm
call
talking
me Sally.
So-
No, hold on. Fucking fuck.
I'm serious.
Sorry, we said we were not going to say the F word. Okay.
Yeah, well,
so what you're telling me is that
about? Yes.
Sarah Jessica Parker is 55 and
Same
just like
age
that.
as the girls.
Shut.
So they were talking about how much different.
Shut
they
up.
look,
You're
right?
blowing my mind.
Are you you're being serious, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yes, I'm being serious.
Okay. So
You're
like,
making what? Yes.
okay, so they're the same age. They
That's
were
how-
like on the
oh my
show, you know what I mean?
God. Yeah.
Same age. So they were talking about how much different it was back then to now. And then they were talking about what's her nuts that plays Charlotte. Why this is not a Sex and the City podcast.
I know, but well,
tangent, it's fine.
Yeah, it is
So but they're the same age. And she was talking about people were saying, well, you're bigger. She was like, yeah, that was like 20 years ago. Of course I'm a little bit thicker. And she's still not even big.
no,
That's what's
she's me
stupid.
whenever I'm like not bloated. Everyone needs to eat a fucking dick. I swear, everyone's assholes. Like all we do is spend all of our time
Yeah.
being complete assholes to people.
Yeah.
It's like, what can I do to feel bigger? Make everyone feel smaller. It's a disgusting, sad little
is
like
really
phase
gross.
of life. But
That's neither here nor there.
it's not. I don't even know how we got there, but we did.
We sure did.
We did. Okay.
So,
I guess I technically have to get back to this.
We're still
scenario.
talking about that.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't really care anymore. But so this guy, Brian Keith Hawkins, who admitted to it on that show, who looks like he just got out of a.
oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Like if you
Yeah.
stuck Bradley Cooper in a cold cave, for a very long time.
Not even a cold cave. A cave with like a lot of heat lamps so that his skin aged
Let me
like
see it
tar.
Oh,
yeah.
But why are there mountains in the background?
It's just the bullshit of the news stuff.
Oh, I know.
It's a green screen.
Oh, I was just he
Look at
looks
these
so
ugly
sad.
ass shirts on that digital fucking campaign. Anyway, sorry. So, he said that he was going to turn himself in and that somebody lost their life. It was murder and he felt terrible. So anyway, I really don't even care about this story anymore. Long story short.
Okay, so I'm going to have to look up my
someone
story on your phone.
Yeah, I'll pass it to you right now.
Where
I have to pee. Oh, I was hoping I was going to stop. Please. JT! Are we on?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
Rolling.
okay. Remember I said there was so much nudity on And Just Like That?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So they show 2 dicks.
Okay.
Yeah. I think.
Like soft ones? I've never been
No.
watching a show and seen a hard dick, though. Like,
So you've never
I mean-
seen porn?
no.
Oh my God, your face.
No.
No,
No.
I'm
I'm appalled.
never.
I'm appalled.
I've never
No.
seen a hard dick on television.
No, I
It's
mean, like on regular like shows. Have you on a regular show?
Yes.
You've seen a hard dick on a regular show.
Hold on, I don't. You're
No.
freaking me out. Okay.
Why am I freaking
Okay,
you
hold
out?
on. First, let me just tell you.
Okay.
Well, put a pin on that. I don't
Okay.
know if there's a notepad that we need to start jotting on, but look at this.
Okay.
Peep the scene. So in the second, it's either the 6th or the 7th episode. They show Harry, who I've loved forever, his dick,
Who's Harry?
because Harry. Are you Charlotte's husband?
Oh, I don't
Harry.
remember his name.
Okay, well, as I hang myself from that comment, no. So Harry,
Okay.
which I don't find suicide to be funny and or anything to joke with, but Harry, he was like, "Oh, how much time do you have?" So then Charlotte is basically gonna get on her knees and blow him, which already blow. So
Charlotte?
blow so much. Charlotte. So Miranda could not let it go that she's like, "You still suck your husband's dick at 55," and I'm
she
like,
doesn't even touch hers.
"Her dick?
Husband. No, her husband.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna have to talk dick sucking's on the table next.
Oh, that's good.
All right, I know.
On the docket.
It is on the docket. So back in. They show Harry's penis for like 2 seconds. I think
Like
it's
his
Harry's
real
penis.
one, or is it prosthetic?
Okay, I can't tell you. A, it was soft. B, it was huge.
Yeah, because there's really.
Huge. Okay.
No.
So listen, hold on.
Okay,
So
okay.
this is. I know. I'm
You just
so
kicked your feet.
excited.
Did you just kick your feet?
I did, like a weird little fucking child.
You just kicked your feet. Okay.
Anyway, spill champagne.
I mean, it's not
Bumper.
red wine. It's fine. It'll come
Yeah.
out in the wash.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
also on the table.
On your table. so it's fine.
Oh, okay. Always. So, they show his peen,
Okay.
and I was like, whew, it was big. I wasn't ready for it.
Okay.
Got me because I didn't think Harry had a big
No, I don't feel like
shaman.
I
You know
want
what I'm saying? I don't know who's Jewish, right? Is that is it shaman? No, shamans.
JT.
Cut. JK! Cut that one out. Don't make me
Yeah.
look stupid. Okay.
Okay.
Anywho.
We're still talking.
So then there's this sexy ass guy that's downstairs. He is Carrie's. He's fucking Carrie's neighbor that's downstairs.
Okay.
Okay. He walks out. He looks super hot. He drops his towel, and his penis is teeny tiny with a big old 80s bush.
Oh, really?
Right.
Ew.
I know. Okay. So, but his was small, and Harry's was big. So I think it was Harry's actual peen.
Do you think? Or prosthetic? We need to look it up.
I don't think it was so quick. I don't think it's worth doing a prosthetic.
I mean,
And I don't think his dick size was a part of the storyline. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't like that one show where the chick was banging the do you remember? It was
yeah, Sex
okay.
Life.
Yeah, I never
Remember,
watched
I
that.
took- yeah,
I know.
but I
I
made
know
you-
you told me about it,
I
but I
made
never
you
watched it. I'm like,
fast forward to
the penis.
the
Penis.
small child
Oh.
that looks like was hanging from his. It's so big.
The baby arm.
I mean, yeah, like the.
Just the baby's arm holding an apple.
Yes, absolutely. That.
Okay, so I'm gonna
The grapefruit and the
tag-
tube sock. That's it. Oh, you're tagging me in?
Oh my god, why can't I remember? Oh, super detailed logins. There, that was pain.
Okay, yeah. Okay, this, your pop socket is like,
Pop, lock, and drop it.
it's dropping everything because it's just a little.
Dude, your phone's from like 1942.
I know, it is.
Your phone is Zach Morris's.
Don't make fun of my razor. That's, okay.
Oh my god, I was like,
Not my what?
I literally felt like your razor. I don't know.
You just gave me a look.
Because a razor is so old in reference.
Razor with no O.
Okay. Well, you know what?
What?
Hurry up.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
No. I'm not sure.
There was a man who was 49 found dead in his home.
Okay, so we already.
Wait, no.
Okay.
This is what.
Okay. Shh.
Wait. Found dead in his home, filled with over 100 snakes, including a 14-foot python.
Okay, why do you have to like
What?
annihilate my story like that?
What?
You just told me a guy died and he's like, okay, back, reverse.
Flip it, reverse it. Our chief animal control officer said in his experience
CAF.
of 30.
Sorry, my bad.
Keep that to yourself.
I should have. And I wish I
In more than 30 years of experience, he had not encountered this kind of thing before. And look at that picture. Look at that.
So how does he feel?
that.
Okay, whoa.
I know you don't like snakes.
Give it back.
You don't like snakes, right?
Yeah, but it's not going to come after me.
I know. I didn't say it was going to like.
Oh, it's a photo of a snake. How is he a snake?
A snake. A snake.
God, I love that little guy.
I love that.
He's taller and better than me, but that's fine.
I'm going to get drunk.
Upon arrival, the 40... Okay, wait, no, okay, sorry, you take your story back. Stop showing me things.
You asked me to look
I
at
know.
it. Before calling the police, concerned neighbor went to the man's door and was able to see that he had fallen. Upon arrival, the 49-year-old man, whose name has not been released, was found lying on the floor and unconscious. The police discovered more than 100 venomous and non-venomous snakes.
Was this on My Fatal Attraction?
No, it's just happened.
When? What year? Date? Give me a date.
Recently. I found it recent. I don't know.
Oh, so you Googled recent?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Just want to understand how you did your
It was
research.
January 21st.
What's the site? I feel like we're supposed to tell people.
People.com.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Dig back
Okay,
in.
we done now? We done with it?
Dig
Cool.
in. Let's get a cat.
What?
Sorry, what?
Let's get it. What do you?
I don't know. It's okay. Okay, go.
Hey, focus. All in all, they tagged and bagged 125 snakes at the home. Could you imagine?
No.
Probably just sounds like this all day. Like, what, all day.
I bet it smells real bad. I bet it smells
What is
like...
do snakes stink?
Snakes have okay, so snakes require... Oh, by the way, anything I say is just speculation of its actual fact. So assumption is that snakes require those little lights, which means they probably smell like tanning bed skin.
You think it all smells like pina colada stench? All of it? I don't.
I like pina colada. I was just in Puerto Rico and smelled a lot of pina colada and didn't smell like snakes in a fucking weird tank.
Okay, listen. So I did. This is what they said.
Okay. What did they say?
We good?
What did they say?
Asshole. Already?
You're being a freaking sasshole.
What? Because I'm trying to read?
Just
Okay.
I know it's hard for you. You're used to being read too.
Put a pin in this because we're about to fist fight in the yard. All right. Mm-hmm. I do want to assure the community and anybody living in this neighborhood that we have not seen any snakes that were not properly secured and could have escaped. Could you imagine your neighbor, just your neighbor, having 125 snakes, and then they died, and then you're thinking, oh, one's in my toilet.
Okay, so I have a super cute fan bam that's right next to me. Long story short, the thought of like a snicky snake being just like around,
That's what I mean.
like
in your toilet. That's happened. Just in your toilet.
I'm pretty
Like
sure I
you
would
go
just be like,
pee.
Travis, Jaden,
Yeah, but like.
grab a gun and go check
But
the
if you don't see
perimeters.
it, you're like peeing in the middle of the night because you peed 12 times a night. So
I know
like,
I'm upstairs.
I know, but it's.
I told you whenever I moved in here that there were like spiders in all the bathrooms all the time.
No,
right?
why would you tell me that? I sleep down here.
No, ow! My hand. Oh, that hurt. No, hold on. Remember, I built the house, so yeah.
But don't. No, we're not talking about that.
No, it literally. Okay, eye contact.
I don't
Tyler.
want to talk about it anymore.
Okay, I don't care.
Okay, good.
It was 2 weeks that there were spiders in my
That
bathroom,
makes
in
me
my
itchy.
toilet all
I-
the time. It makes you itchy.
Yeah, it makes me itchy thinking about.
Well,
spiders.
okay, that was 3 years.
Physically
Oh
uncomfortable.
my god, your phone's gonna die because your phone sucks.
It's fine. Okay.
All right,
so
tell me more about the snakes.
Well, I'm working on it. There's really nothing else.
Oh, wait, were the
It
snakes
says
in
it
his
cost-
body?
It says it cost, no, they were just in his house.
Oh, who fucking cares?
What do you mean you care?
I thought the snakes were hiding in his body, like they were cold and it was the cabin.
125
They
snakes.
could have been garden snakes. Those things are tiny.
125.
I swear. I swear.
A Cause of Death will be released. They haven't even released it yet. That's
I'm
how.
so bored.
What? You're so bored?
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I don't know what else I had.
Okay.
But I can't talk about that story because I don't remember the names.
All right. So first we took a little breaky break.
Yeah, we took a break.
And I think where we're sitting along on the struggle bus is like, exactly what do we want this podcast to be? We were like, definitely let's stop. Because our friendship is very much, so I personally have like cut off social media from my life. I look at it sometimes, but I never post anything. And I deleted Facebook from my phone because, gosh, it just really riles me up and makes me angry and hostile. But you and your weirdness. Remember, I dropped it, and that's why there's a chunk out of my chapstick.
Okay.
And you were like, why is there a chunk out? Because you saw me drop it.
I hate that I just made a face and you knew exactly what I was going to say.
I did. Spade. So as we kind of continue to talk about it, I lost my train of thought. So Heather will always tell me these crazy things that she sees in the news. And we're like, oh, that'd be great to kind of hear these things for the first time and understand them. And then it was so lackluster because she threw something at me that I thought the snakes were inside the guy's body.
I didn't.
Have you ever seen Fatal Attraction?
No.
Okay. Let me unpack.
Okay.
Very briefly.
Okay.
As though it was one of my beautiful base bags. If you like base bags, they're awesome. So anyway, Fatal Attraction is about people who loved specific animals that could then kill them. So like this one guy was like super weird and he was into working out, but he was like a weird introvert. And one day he got bit by one of his iguanas because he had a house of iguanas. And
how many?
I'm telling you about it.
I was just asking.
Okay, I don't have any follow-up questions. I don't know the answer.
Okay.
And so he gets bit by an iguana, and those things apparently are very like dirty. You know, those little baby dragons and shit. And he ended up getting an infection, and he died from the infection. He never went to.
Sad.
Yeah. So then the cops will roll in, and the iguanas ate his face.
Huh?
Yeah, because they were starving, and he would let them just like shimmy, like
So
they
they
were
were
just
just
like
out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and so they walked in, and the iguanas had eaten him because they were so hungry, and no one had checked in on him because he was an introvert, and no one was like actually his friend. It happened over the weekend. He died on like a Friday.
Oh, my childhood best friend, she had an iguana, and he used to whip us with his tail. Like,
So you had a weird childhood. That's what you're telling me.
I mean, yeah, I'm weird now.
Yeah, but that's real weird.
What? Have an iguana as a pet?
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm just
Do
asking.
you? I'm not like the consensus of the world here.
I'm just curious.
I think it's weird. I think anyone who has a reptilian is on a special level.
What do you think about reptilian brains?
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 What?
Like a reptilian brain?
I'm going to need you to elaborate. I'm going to need 10 more pieces of information.
The reptilian brain, I'm not going to go into that because I don't research that shit. Like,
Then why did you start?
just because you said the word reptile. And I was
Okay, I just think they're weird. So then another one was like, this is why I don't like chimpanzees and monkeys. That chick who had her face ripped off.
Listen, but you know how I feel about monkeys.
I know, and I think you should know that they eat faces.
Well, apparently so do iguanas.
And so do humans when they do bath salts in Miami. Like, this shit's be crazy.
Yeah.
The world is weird.
Wait, what is bath salts again?
You
put it in your bath
Okay.
to be salty? What?
Bath salts are usually in a great.
Normal
Yes,
people
I use Epsom salt, and it helps relax my muscles after a hard workout in the bathtub. But like this was like something like phentermine or some shit. I don't know. I don't.
Oh, I always just thought it was.
No, it was like a
they
type of drug. It was
were
like
supposed-
heroin or meth,
it was a
but it's called
nickname.
bath.
You know,
bath
until
salts. Did you really?
I'm literally
oh my
this.
shit.
I'm not kidding.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
kidding. Until this time, right now, I thought they were like.
The people were literally
Like,
just
eat,
doing
like,
bath salts.
smoke,
Like they went to Bath and
snorting,
Body Works and they were
Like they went
snorting
to Buff City
sea
Soap,
salt.
and it was like their dealer. Like that's what I thought.
I've never wanted to
Really?
unfriend you more.
No.
I'm gonna download Facebook on my phone and unfriend you right now.
No.
You make me want to.
Why?
Because of what you just said.
How was I supposed to know it was a nickname?
Because the news.
The news.
Because of any other. Okay. Oh my God. You know what? New year, new me. Be calm.
Oh, how's that working out for you? We're
We're
all giving up on our resolutions.
Jeez. Anyway.
Anyway, I can't talk about that story because I don't remember the names of the family of those 13 kids I was telling you about earlier.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I can't do that. Can
Do
you
you want
look
me
it
to
up?
just like
Yeah.
Google 13 kids?
California, 13 children. It was like 2 years ago.
13 children held captive. That was very
Yeah,
good.
see? What's
So
the
the
last name?
disturbing full story of Louise Turpin.
The Turpin kids. That's her name, Turpin.
And her husband kept their 13 children prisoner for the majority of their lives, feeding them once a day, bathing them once a year, and now the couple faces life in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's more amusing, allthat'sinteresting.com as my reference. And by reference, I mean I'm reading everything from their site with no variation
Got it.
to what they're saying. Louise Turpin currently sits in a California jail. The 50-year-old woman and wife was sentenced to life in prison in February of 2019. Together with her husband David, Louise Turpin had secretly kept her 13 children in captivity for years, possibly even decades. This bitch. Okay, that was me. Some of the kids were so isolated from society that they barely knew what medicine or police were. Upon finally being rescued from their false imprisonment after one child managed to escape and alert police in January of 2018. The children weren't allowed to eat more than one meal per day, which led to malnourishment so bad that Louise's eldest, a 29-year-old woman, weighed a mere 82 pounds
She was lit.
when she was saved. Additionally, Louise Turpin didn't let her children shower more than once per year, Yahoo reported. After their 17-year-old daughter ran off and managed to use a cell phone to call the police, Louise Turpin and her husband were quickly arrested. With the fate of lifelong imprisonment looming over their heads, likely to be handed down on the sentencing date of April 19, 2019, a look inside Louise Turpin's crimes as a mother and her complicity as a wife warrant thorough exploration in order to understand the bizarre story of her family. You did say he had a bowl cut?
Oh my God, his hair. Never trust a man with bangs. And when I say bangs, those are bangs. You know what I'm saying? Like, curls them.
Honey Bear. So if we're gonna like just take a little snippy snap of this,
Yeah,
like
let's talk about it.
everything about him makes me want to dry heave at the thought of him touching my arm nonchalantly
Right?
in a grocery store.
Yeah, like if he says, "Excuse me, man," or the middle or Midwestern ope, like I ran into you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. His bangs.
Louise Anna Turpin was born on May 24th, 1968, as one of 6 siblings and the daughter of a preacher. Louise's life has seen its fair share of trauma. Her sister claimed it was an abusive household and that Louise's abuse toward her own children originated from her childhood. When her parents, Wayne and Phyllis Turpin, died in 2016, my apologies for semi-chuckling, Louise didn't attend their funeral. By the time she was 16, her high school sweetheart and current husband, who was 24 years old at the time, she was 16, he was 24. Pause.
Oh, ew.
What the absolute...
Ew. Like, okay.
Ew.
So 24 and 16.
That sounds like my ex-boyfriend. That sounds like something he'd be down to date. Mr. Trash Can.
Oh, ew, yeah. Ew, yeah.
That sounds like something he would have
Like,
done.
they keep getting older, but I stay the same age kind of mentality.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The trash can.
The trash can.
Oscar.
Who was 24 years old at the time, convinced school employees in Princeton, West Virginia to sign her out of school. The two essentially eloped and managed to get to Texas before being caught by police and brought back home. The forcible return wasn't an effort to prevent the couple's marriage, however, as Louise's parents, Phyllis and Wayne, gave their blessing and allowed the two of them to tie the knot.
Do you think that she brushed his bangs back when she kissed him when they got
Stop.
married?
He was so old in that photo. I doubt it. Louise and David successfully wed back in West Virginia that same year. Soon they had children. The years of the abuse began. Throughout Louise Turpin's years or decades-long streak of criminal child abuse is fucking good, and her husband's crimes were almost found out several times. The state of the family home and the visible psychological damage bestowed on the kids were simply too obvious to ignore. Neighbors who visited the home would encounter feces smeared across the residence and beds with ropes tied to them in various rooms, the Los Angeles Times reported. There were piles of trash strewn about the property, and there was even a pile of dead dogs and cats in the trailer.
The video that they showed whenever they went in and got the kids, which, okay, so...
And where did you get this video
Backup.
so that our viewers, listeners could...
It was an interview on Hulu, but I don't remember what it was called.
Was it like a documentary
Sawyer.
thing?
Diane Sawyer did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it was like a.
So God.
Yeah, she did it, and she was the only one that could get the two girls to talk because they were the only two. The two girls were the only ones that signed it. They blurred out the faces of all the other ones. Like even at their wedding, they renewed their vows, and they
renewed?
The mom and the dad, mom and Banks, went to Vegas, took all the kids, dressed them all up. Elvis did their vows again, and they have a video of it. And all the kids are awkwardly dancing and singing. They're so skinny and like malnourished. It's sad. It's really sad. But they look happy, and it's because they were so brainwashed.
That was like a big outing.
Yeah,
for them.
that was their big to do. Like they even took them to Disney World and all that, but they did it just for social media photos.
Got it.
They did all that stuff. So I can't get over it.
So, okay, I'm going to dive a little deeper.
Yeah,
so, the only saving grace these 13 children ever had was the ingenuity and bravery of one of their own, KKTV reported. When Louise's 17-year-old daughter jumped out of a window and ran off in January 2018, she managed to call 911, pleading with them to save her younger siblings who were chained to a bed. Mm-hmm. They will wake up at night and they will start crying, and they wanted me to call somebody. She said, I wanted to call y'all so y'all can help my sisters. Though Louise Turpin and her husband were finally arrested as a result, her children had been suffering from unspeakable, torturous conditions for years. When police arrived at the home, an unsuspecting residence in an average middle-class part of Paris, Perris, not Para, outside of Los Angeles, they found what has since been described as aptly as a house of horrors. I think I said that wrong, but whatever. Louise Turpin's children, who were between 2 and 29 years old at the time, were glaringly underfed and malnourished. They also had been washed, showered, or they also hadn't been washed, showered, or bathed in months. When questioned by police, when questioned by police, they admitted to having been beaten. They also said that they had been purposefully starved and often caged like animals. 2 of the girls had just been released from being chained in one of the beds, just like their 17-year-old sister described on the phone earlier that day. One of their brothers, who was 22 years old at the time, was still shackled to a bed when law enforcement arrived. He told police that he was being punished for stealing food and being disrespectful, something his parents apparently suspected of him, but something he didn't say was accurate nor point to any evidence of being true. The Turpin family was reportedly very nocturnal, presumably to continue the wretched state of affairs without curious neighbors assessing the situation more carefully. As such, the children weren't just deprived of food and proper sanitation, but were prohibited from spending any time outside as well. I remember this. Yeah. Like now that you get to see that little photo, like I remember this.
So the cop that...
How did they get away with it for so long? It's because they never showed any. They never let the kids outside.
They never showed it, and they took photos for social media. So that was fine. The neighbors never said anything, even though they said they suspected something was wrong, which why would you not say something?
Pause.
Okay.
So we both live in these communities in Kentucky, in Owensboro, Kentucky, that essentially are cookie cutter, perfect little scenarios. Do you think living with Will, we both have no kids. Wait, I say that. I have Jaden and Keely, yes, but I'm just saying, like, not always a young child in the house dying to get outside. And I have a 15 and 17-year-old. They're both living their gorgeously productive and wonderful lives.
Yeah.
But there's no way that you wouldn't know that Jaden or Keely lived here.
But there's 13 of them.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I'm just, like, pausing here. Let's stop and think. You have a neighbor. You know, your new neighbor is about to move.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want him to move because he's so quiet and nice. But, like, could you imagine that, like...
I would call the cops and have them do a welfare check.
Would you really?
Yes, I really would.
Dude, do you remember when we saw that car, like, parked and you were like, oh, we should wait a little? Like, would you really? How long would it take?
But I mean,
what signs would it require?
Years, though.
I know, but what signs would it require?
But listen,
like that's the question. Like, so you would just call the cops and be like, "Hey, I feel like they should let their kids out."
I feel like you should do a welfare check. There's a lot of children in there, and I never see them outside because all the other neighbors, their kids are out all the time. Mm-hmm. So that
I try not to hit them every time I pick you up.
Okay, so listen to this. So on the documentary that I watched, the cop that took the call
Hulu
on Hulu, the 2020 thing. So the cop that met the 17-year-old, it took 14 minutes for her to get there. She was terrified. On the ring video from someone else's house, you can see the 12-year-old sister, or however old she was younger, hop out of the window and go look for her older sister that was on the phone with the police, and she got scared and ran back in the house. So you see that. And then she's standing there, and they were like, look, when she was talking to the, what's it called?
The cops?
Not the cop, the operator 911 person.
Okay,
anyway,
operator,
yeah.
Yes, I have a better answer for that.
Okay. So when she was talking to her, she didn't know how to read the street signs, and then she figured out how to read the street signs. She had to stand there for 14 minutes where she was so scared her parents were going to wake up and come find her. And then the cop that took the call thought it was just a runaway. And he was like,
"Oh my God!"
And it was his last.
What year? What year are we in?
I know,
like
right?
my favorite murder, my fucking bitches, our loves, Karen and Georgia.
Yes, I get it.
What do they always say? Like back in that time frame, it was always focused on like everyone was ever.
But he didn't know how to take it, so that was his last call of the day.
And ignored it.
No, he took it. But he thought he was just going to be like, oh, sorry, let's go home.
Yeah.
But then she had photos on her phone, which that article didn't say.
Okay, or maybe he did.
But when he picked it up, he thought it was his last call, so he was almost off work.
Yeah.
And so he was like, oh, it's just one, then I'll go home. And then she said, no, I have photos of them chained up, and then showed photos, and he said, do not delete those, keep those. And she learned that from watching Cops on her brother's cell phone. Okay. When her parents were gone during the day.
Oh my God, they have like their wedding is online. The 2015.
That's them renewing their vows.
So news of these criminal conditions and behaviors came as a huge shock to friends and neighbors of Louise Turpin's, as all the photos showed.
I can't believe they had friends.
Right?
Ew. Back in. So remember, I was like, I'm so ready for this story, and I Googled something else, and I lost it on my phone. So one more time, the Turpins, what? Turpin family. Okay. Back in.
Say something else because I'm still searching.
More champagne. Glug, glug.
Oh my God, these people! You'll have to look them up. So
I'll
anyway,
look them up for to see the dad's bangs.
Yeah.
Like these.
So I went into the aftermath. Okay. So I'm now in Wikipedia, and I'm like, let's look at the aftermath. So all the children spent several weeks in hospital, after which the 6 minors were put into 2 foster homes. Doctors treated various issues, including heart damage due to lack of nutrients, cognitive repair, and neuropathy. 5 of the younger children were housed in foster care with family where abuse allegedly took place. In October 2019, they were adopted by that family while the abuse was occurring. The foster family was arrested and charged with abusing multiple children in their care, including at least 1 Turpin child. So basically, the child was, they were able to get out of it, and they went to foster care. And see, like, Heather, both of you and I, we don't have our own biological children. My God. Doesn't this stuff, like, it sucks. It makes you feel like we're so adamant about not buying puppies. We have to get them from, where do we get those? Where do we get our dogs?
Adopt?
Yeah,
dogs?
how we adopt the dogs. But like, oh my God, this is terrible. So, okay, so 5 of the younger children were housed in foster care with a family. Okay, I told you that. In early 2020, the Riverside County Deputy District Attorney said that some of the children were living independently, living in their own apartment, and have jobs and are going to school. Some volunteer in the community. They go to church. When I graduated from college.
Pause that. They still go to church when church was the whole reason why they started doing this to them, which is amazing to me that their faith is strong.
I think we missed that on the storyline, right?
Yeah,
we never mentioned that.
Yeah, the reason why they said they could beat their children badly was because it said it in the Bible. Like they picked like one line and ran with it. They kind of cherry picked what they wanted to do and believe in. Which is nutso.
Absolutely.
I just can't imagine knowing the reason why I got treated badly for so long and then still believing in that after the fact.
Right.
Which says a lot about their character. Like the children.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so they also said they went to church, but like what church? Like my questions, right?
Yeah.
Like there's so many different religions and so many different churches. I'm curious what they.
I can't remember what it was.
I mean, I hear you, but I still, and it doesn't say necessarily in what we're reading that they went into exactly what they were used to as a child. So it's wild. In early 2020, the Riverside County District or Deputy District Attorney said that some of the children are living. Oh, I said that. Investigation for the ABC News Magazine 2020, which chronicled the case for the November 21st special Escape from a House of Horror, reported some of the Turpin children are now neglected by Riverside County social services. Some are homeless, and none may use the hundreds of thousands of dollars that were donated to them.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
The money was placed in a trust controlled by a court-appointed public fucking guardian.
Yeah, and she's a realtor.
I'm sure she was. Joshua Turpin stated that he could not access funds and was denied the purchase of a bicycle. I'm gonna flip this freaking table.
That was his transportation to get to school.
During an interview with Diane Sawyer, God, for the 2020 special, Jordan Turpin stated that she was released without warning from a foster home with no life skills, no plans for housing, or knowledge of how to get food and health care. According to the report, Riverside County was hired a private law firm for fucking investigation. See, shit.
I know. And the fact that I still can't get over the fact that Justin Bieber, she watched Justin Bieber videos and interviews. She said she watched every interview.
Of all people.
I know, right? But like when he found God or whatever and she started listening to his
this was
videos.
back when he did that weird freaking hair flip?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
And she watched all those videos about him and everything and realized there was more life outside of her house. And then they said they would start opening the windows when their parents would leave during the day.
Yeah.
Because they weren't supposed to be awake.
Long story short, as this might be us like rounding out our very first podcast.
Yes.
Things are brutal. Life sucks. The important thing is to be the love and joy that other people get to experience when they come in contact with you.
Well, that's very cute.
I know. I try. I very rarely hit the nail on the head. But in this particular case, like I spend a lot of time, just as you do, we talk about all the time, like these horrible things that happen, and they happen to good people, they happen to bad people.
I know.
It's just important for us to be involved, pay attention, keep our eyes open, and if we have anything that we can do about it to make the situation better, we should. This is not the time in our lives to be quiet and silent, scream from the top of your lungs that someone's being a fucking psychopath.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would have called the cops on his bangs anyway. Like, they're bad. Google immediately dadturpin.gov because it's bad.
It is bad. It was bad. You're not wrong. You're not
wrong. Like, I have so many questions about the bangs.
Well,
they're so long and so
Theo.
bad. Theo's her dog.
Theodore, can I pet that